While I was growing up, I'd been stuck with Pokemon like glue. My first game being Pokemon Yellow, which brought great nostalgia now as I thought about it. But there's always a snake in the Garden of Eden. Ever since I watched the TV series, play other Pokemon games, it would ring a requiem knell about a certain event that would cost me my childhood dearly. During the fall season, I went to a flea market just to buy Pokemon Fire Red. I was stoked when I came across it with a middle-aged man wearing round glass and a Slipknot t-shirt. I asked him if I could buy it from him, and he gave me a puzzled look. "Are you sure you want to buy this?" he asked. "Of course," I answered politely. "I came here just to buy that game." I noticed a grim look on his face. I asked him what's wrong. "Nothing," he said, shaking his head, obviously clearing cobwebs in his head. He handed it to me straight away. "Just take it. I gotta get rid of it straight away." "Whoa, what's the rush?" I asked. "Just take it, smash it, anything. I gotta go," he said in a quick panic, and then runs off into his car and sped away down the road. What the hell? I thought to myself. Now, why would he cause a scene like that? I just wanted to buy a game, for Christ's sake. Guess I got the game for free. Anyway, I went home and stuck the game in my Nintendo DS and hit the power button. The game started as normal, but as I hit the start button, the game just started at Pallet Town. I checked my Red Sprite's profile, and his name was Ed. I checked my Pokemon to reveal I have two Pokemon, Pikachu and Celebi. I went to Radeon City and saw no playing characters around. I had a weird feeling that I was alone in this game. Then it hit me. Well, damn it. It was a hacked game. Hacks are pretty creative to my taste, but I digress. Tampering with my childhood was pretty hurtful for me. But I had to continue, wanting to play the rest of the game. I went all the way to Mount Moon and saw a wild Mewtwo. He had his eyes closed with bloody tears streaming down his face. I looked as if the psychic Pokemon stood with his head looking down at his feet. I went up to Mewtwo and froze as he opened his eyes, lifted his head to reveal the whites of his eyes, a disgusting blood red with white pupils. The screen went to black, and I saw a text box that reads, "Hello, wanna play a game?" I clicked, and I was now in Seafoam Islands. The music had changed. It was that song from Super Metroid, when you go into the underground depths. I walked a bit and saw a sign that reads, "Don't look back." Don't look back. That left me shaking a little, but I laughed a bit though, as I always do when I first went inside a haunted attraction in Howlow Scream one time. As I walked around the island, I kept seeing a shadowy Mewtwo with bloody eyes standing behind me, with the most terrifying grin I've ever seen. He will pop out and slowly follow my every footstep. When he vanishes, I would hear a deep pixelated laughter. It was like that Kefka guy from Final Fantasy, only it sounded deep, like a demon laughing maniacally. Finally, I made it to Fuchsia City, without that Mewtwo following me. And to my surprise, another sign that reads, "My turn." As I clicked, I was then teleported inside Diglett's cave. Inside, I walked down every cavern and suddenly, out of nowhere, the Mewtwo with those damn bloody eyes appeared in front of me. The Mewtwo wanted to challenge me to a battle, but the battle theme was in reverse. Could this be a boss battle? I chose Pikachu and let him use Thunderbolt. Haha, what is that supposed to do? Then as he said in this little text box. I heard that deep Kefka laugh again. I thought to myself, yep, it's hacked alright. I mean, Mewtwo was literally taunting me. Mewtwo used Curse. Wait, what? Pikachu disappeared. That's new, I said out loud. Then I had to choose Celebi instead, and I made Celebi use Shockwave. Mewtwo teleported. Fuck, I grunted. Then I saw another text box saying goodbye. Then he used Curse, and just like Pikachu, Celebi fades, with the text saying, "Oh no, Celebi disappeared too? What will Ed do? I don't know. I was just as shocked as the game was. Then another text box appeared that reads, "The burning you feel? It's shame." Then he used cursed on me. Then I faded as well. I turned the game off, noticing that it was getting too late, and went to sleep. I had a nightmare. A very grim one too. I dreamt that I was being followed by that Mewtwo with the bloody eyes in some eerie fog. I couldn't figure out what that nightmare was about. It was too weird. Anyway, I woke up and tried to forget about that dream, but I couldn't. It must have some meaning to it, but I couldn't tell what. I ate breakfast and went to my job at GameStop, and went home to play that game again. Only this time, it was different. The usual logo of Game Freak had a loud, high-pitched sound, and the title theme was the title theme for the NES game Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I shit you not, this happened when I got on the game. I pressed start and Red Sprite's name was changed to No Escape, and I was back in Mount Moon. And everything went absolutely berserk. The background music changed to what sounds like a pixelated version of what is supposed to be loud banging, and I could hear pixelated moaning and screaming in the background as well. Everything that surrounded the Red Sprite was nothing but black and white except my Red Sprite. I went to Celadon City, and this time the city was changing colours rapidly, as if the whole game was on an acid trip. Then, as I made it out of Celadon, that creepy Mewtwo appeared in front of me again, and everything went black. A text box appeared saying, "Ed is getting lonely." The fuck? I asked myself in a shaky voice. Whoever made this hack must have been mentally ill or something. He's gotta be. Then I was again teleported to Cinnabar Island. The background music was the Lavender Town music in reverse, giving a sudden chilling atmosphere to it to come think about it. I went to the Pokemon Mansion, and the whole place was like that scene in the Jim Henson movie, Labyrinth, where David Bowie sings Within You. The background music was nothing but the sound of bells with a sudden droning sound. I went in all directions as the path twisted and turned, went inside out until I got to a big chamber door. As I went through the chamber door, it went black again, and then I heard that warped Kethka laugh again. And it repeated as it showed my Red Sprite on the floor as it laid on the floor dead. I came to the conclusion it was laughing at me for playing the game, being a total fool for never heeding that man's word back at the flea market. I turned my game off and grabbed a hammer, but I didn't smash it. This was a piece of my childhood. I was gonna kill my childhood. I was literally going batshit crazy over a game. I was indeed pissed that my childhood memories were now attacking me. I had enough. As I continued back at Pallet Town, I saw that fucker waiting for me behind a house. A text box appeared as if that Mewtwo was talking to me. So many bodies, so little time. Don't you agree, Phil? What the fuck? How the fuck did that bastard know my name? I know this sounds stupid of me, but I literally, no joke, stood up and shook the game out of a fit of anger and fear. No more games. What do you want from me, you madman? I want you to suffer like I did. As I read that text box, I knew it had heard my tirade. I looked and saw Mewtwo staring right at me, smiling menacingly. I shrieked in horror and threw the game at the wall, ran to the bathroom and slammed the door. I curled into a ball on the floor, fearing about what would happen next. I can hear that damn laughter in my head now, taunting with that shit-eating grin. I was furious that a game was torturing me. But who will believe me? The following day, I contacted the man who forcibly gave me the fucking thing, Johnny Warren. He had a job as a lawyer in court, winning many cases in alphabetical order. I thought, god damn, that's a shit ton of cases. He told me that he wanted the game out of his life, because there was an incident where the police had to be taken to the hospital with multiple degree burns. Half even died. The story went something like this. There was a 19-year-old named Ed Warren. He was a pretty good gamer, but he was an evil boy. Beat up his girlfriend, brutally bullies his brother, and murdered his father for no reason. He was feared by other classmates till one night, for no reason, he went stark raving mad and savagely killed his whole family in cold blood. He took his brother's game, Pokemon Fire Red, and morphed it into an abomination. He hacked the game in a way that it would fit in his insane background, till he saw out his window the neighbours calling the police. He doused the whole entire home in gasoline, lit a match as the police pulled in the driveway, then dropped it as the officers ran to the door, guns ready. The neighbours watched as the house exploded into a giant inferno, causing the officers to take cover. The fire department was called to put the fire out, but they were too late. The fire had burned Ed's flesh off, turning into a skeleton on fire. Legend has it that as Ed went to hell, he had sold his body to one of the Satan's demons. As Ed's soul went inside the game, possessing his favourite Pokemon, Mewtwo. Now it fits perfectly. Ed was the name I was given during my first playthrough, and when Mewtwo started calling himself Ed, that was Ed Warren. Somehow his ghost was forever trapped inside this game. My game. I decided to try and sell the game on eBay, but nobody would take it off my hands. Ed tried to contact me again on the game. This time, he sounded serious. "Don't you worry about tomorrow, Phil, because I won't let you see tomorrow." I just turned the game off. I can't escape the hell I'm in. I'm literally haunted by a fucking Pokemon, because a ghost had possessed a hacked Pokemon game. I went on my Twitter page and found some comments about how a great guy I was back at GameStop. I told them thanks and hoped they liked the games I got them, but one message caught my attention. Oh, fuck. Ed? How the fuck? How's it going, Phil?